This is a press statement by Chief Adebanjo on the statement made by General Obasanjo over the question of ownership of Niger Delta resources, which I titled a provocative statement as the catalyst to Nigeria breakup. Niger Delta resources don't belong to Nigeria. When I first heard the statement that the Niger Delta resources is not owned by Niger Delta but by Nigeria, credited to General Olusegun Obasanjo, former president of Nigeria, I thought it was quoted out of context. But when I read in the This Day newspaper, crediting the statement to General Obasanjo, citing the Constitution as the source for making the statement, with source magisterial authority, I rushed to read the base story to know which constitution it was relying upon. I was curious to know whether it was the Independence Constitution document. I was shocked and highly disappointed that the general was quoting profusely from the military imposed constitution on the country, a constitution that has been described as fraudulent and rejected since its introduction. The attempt by elder statesman Chief Edwin Clark to put the record straight was rebuffed by a statement by Arewa Consultative Forum supporting the statement made by General Obasanjo. Before the issue degenerates, therefore, into disputation between two respectable elder statesmen, I owe a duty to our founding fathers to throw some light on the historical constitutional evolution of Nigeria to help us move Nigeria forward. With my recent interaction with General Obasanjo, I can appreciate his passion for a united Nigeria. But the united Nigeria does not exist from his own perspective and understanding only. Nigeria has existed before he became the president of the country, with our founding fathers with equally great passion, if not greater passion, for united Nigeria. Our colonial masters brought the various ethnic nationalities together through various constitutional reforms under a unitary form of government from 1914 to 1950. Under Bafasi Constitution, when Nigeria was divided into three regions, namely Northern Region, Western Region, and Eastern Region. The Bafasi Constitution, which was supposed to last 5 years under a unity system, collapsed in 1953 following a motion by the late Chief Anthony Nahru for self-government for Nigeria in 1956. The then colonial secretary, Sir Oliver Littleton, later known as Lord Chandos, summoned the political leaders, our founding fathers, Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, Sir Ahmadu Bello, and Chief Obafemi Awolowo, to Lancaster House in London. It was at this conference that the defects in Mafasi Unitary Constitution were dissected and settled for a federal constitution, which became operative in 1954 with the establishment of the three autonomous regions headed by a premier. The provision of this federal constitution, with some amendment, was incorporated in the 1960 and 1963 Independence Constitution. The residual power in the Constitution reserved for the federating autonomous regions. Revenue allocation was agreed to be on derivation, which you now refer to as the source control, with the payment of 50%, see Section 140 of the 1960s Constitution, to the region where the revenue was derived. It was a two-tier federal system with the state government being coordinate and not subordinate to the federal government. This was the peaceful coexistence position of the unity of the ethnic groups until 1966, when the military took over the government and abrogated the constitution agreed to by our founding fathers and set up the present 1999 constitution. The obnoxious provisions of this constitution have been the cause of instability in Nigeria. When General Obasanjo asserts that the Niger Delta resources is not owned by Niger Delta but Nigeria, it is a general suggestion that God created the resources in Niger Delta when Nigeria came into existence in 1914, or was it there before the amalgamation? It is the amalgamation and the decision of our founding fathers to live together under the conditions agreed to in the independent constitution that made other parts of Nigeria to lay claim to the resources of Niger Delta. The question of the protection of Niger Delta resources against external forces by the federal government is not a big deal, but a responsibility assigned to the federal government under the federal system. I therefore passionately appeal to General Obasanjo to join hands with the other persons to bring pressure to bear on President Muhammad Buhari to ensure the change of the present fraudulent constitution by structuring the present unity constitution to the federal system agreed to by our founding fathers before the 2023 election, to enable the nation move forward peacefully in unity and progress. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. If you have been listening to the statement by Afenifere and myself, it is the reason why we say this government shouldn't be there. They can't keep their words. They don't understand what they say. People who put restructuring in their manifesto now say they don't understand what is restructuring. People who say restructuring is there, then the former chairman said restructuring is not their priority when they get into office. It shows the unreliability of a government like this, government of the seas. Those are the reason for you, not for me, for your generation, to ensure that this government, with all the paraphernalia and all those, should be wiped away for your own sake, not for me. I'm already in the grave. I am not joking. If you and your generation, you don't take that, you are already in slavery now. Your children will be worse than slavery if you don't stop this constitution now. Because all the things we are stopping up is a result of this constitution. We don't inherit it. The question of revenue allocation, local government, security, which they have failed to do, have been settled. And here, Pastor John says, because they can defend resources, can they defend this internal insurrection? Can Nigeria send any external forces now? When you are negotiating with bandits and armed robbers? The government is incompetent and they have no clue to our problem.